All right, welcome to episode 1 of Everything is Fine, a cooking show. Today we're making pork chops in a cast iron pan. This is already going off the rails.
I think we're canceled after one introduction.
Pork chops in a cast iron pan with sweet potatoes and burnt broccoli.
But you want to burn the broccoli?
Yeah, we're going to burn the broccoli.
Why?
I don't like broccoli.
So you burn it so you don't have to eat it?
Exactly. So get yourself some broccoli. Majestically throw it down on some paper. The trick here is going to be we're going to roast these potatoes on here, but we're going to throw the broccoli in the oven first so that it starts getting crispy. So it's simple. Oil, a little drizzle. The oven's already coming to temp. It's 400 degrees. Salt and pepper. Where's the pepper?
That's a mill right there.
Yeah, fresh cracked. Get your mill, crack it up. You can throw some paprika on there. It's kind of like what I put on everything, as you'll see. The oven's ready. So we're gonna just throw this in here, 400 degrees. I'm not gonna set a timer because, like I said, we're gonna burn it. I'm gonna turn on our pan. And full disclosure, I've never used this. So we're gonna just see how it goes. As the pan comes to temp, this is really important with cast iron. You don't want to just start cooking in cast iron because everything's gonna stick. It has to get really hot. Not hot to where it's like gonna catch fire or burn your food, but it needs to be warm. So we turn it on, I'll put in a couple turns of oil here, maybe a tablespoon or so, we'll see. While this is warming up, potatoes.
Can I see those potatoes again? I just want to get a nice close to the potatoes.
Potatoes.
Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah,
Pete's good at focusing. So, you know what else is gonna be great? Is we're not gonna roast these in the oven with the broccoli, right? It's nothing but clean audio on this show.
I was just thinking that.
We're not going to roast these with the broccoli because that would take all day, and then the broccoli would be beyond burnt. It would be
On fire.
It would probably just be broccoli dust at that point. So what we're going to do is put these in a wet paper towel as best we can and stick them in the microwave. And I also have a really old kind of garbage microwave, so it's going to take a while.
Paper towel came off of one of them.
Doesn't matter. We're going to stick them in there they're pretty chunky sweet potatoes. Let's go 6 minutes.
What's the difference between a sweet potato and a yam?
While we're doing all this other things, the star of the show is here. Not here.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to season up our meat. Ideally, you want your meat to come to room temperature and let it rest. Right? This isn't room temperature, and let's just say that it's rested. So we're going to just simple salt, pepper. I'm not going to use my dirty hand because nobody wants that. Salt and pepper.
Where are your gloves, man?
I don't want to use gloves because then it's like,
You know,
Don't you
an
always use
actual
gloves?
kitchen.
I thought you always used gloves.
I don't always use gloves. I use gloves for sake of time, but
Those gloves that look like you're like
You
changing
just
someone's
follow
oil.
my mechanic gloves.
Focus, man. Just telling you.
I don't know. Salt, pepper, paprika. I'm gonna put some garlic powder on here. I like to season it up too. People are always like, oh, a little dash, a little blah blah blah. Throw the shit on there because you want to taste it. You're building like layers of flavor. This is where it starts. We're gonna let it kind of marinate, come to temp. We're gonna throw it in this hot pan. It's gonna sear on there. And we're gonna get like a nice crust. Let's probably put some herbs on there of some kind. Not this time. You can put whatever you want on here. Actually, I forgot my secret ingredient for pork that I'll share with you if you don't share with anybody else. It might just be gone. Hey Liz, where's the nutmeg?
Nutmeg,
It's not
There it is. Okay, the secret ingredient for pork is nutmeg. A little bit goes a long way, and it adds like a little bit of depth of flavor that you don't normally get. It's almost like cinnamon. I don't know, you probably had nutmeg on like eggnog or something. Flip these over. How are the potatoes doing? They look good?
Well, that paper towel, I guess, is barely touching one of them, so.
It's doing its job. All right, salt, more salt, always salt. Pepper, again. You can use the fresh ground, but then it doesn't really matter. Paprika, I'm doing this left-handed, I'm right-handed. I grab the meat with my wrong hand. So that's why I'm in this predicament.
We have time. You can wash your hands if you like.
I'll wash my hands later.
Okay.
After. This is...
There's a lot of layers of flavor on
There's
there.
layers, I'm telling you. And like I said, we're going to do like a nice sear. So, nutmeg goes away. Don't tell anybody we use nutmeg. Actually, here, Liz. Put the nutmeg back where the nutmeg goes.
We can see it.
Yeah, we keep it hidden. I'm going to do a nice little hand wash. You know. So, I don't know if you guys can smell this because you're on the internet, but this is getting hot. And one of the ways you can tell is that you can kind of smell the oil. It's getting more fragrant. If you put your hand, don't put it in there, but like, you know, don't touch the, well, go ahead, I don't care. You get your hand close, you can feel the heat coming up. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. The goal here is for like a nice sear. Like I said, we're going to wait. What? Did I put the oil? Yeah, I put the oil in right away. You weren't here for that part of the show. The potatoes are done. Oh, you can hear them. You hear them? They're hot. So they're not like, they're not done enough. We gotta put them back in the microwave. Again, our microwave is excellent. We'll do another like 3 minutes. The goal here, despite the beeping and the sound that you hear underneath my voice, the goal here is not to like cook these like you're gonna eat them right away out of the microwave. You just want to par cook them because if we just threw those things in the oven, it would take like an hour and a half, 2 hours to cook them. Maybe not. I don't really know what I'm doing. But anyway. Did the camera turn off?
No. I wish.
It hasn't been rolling this whole time. It's all been practice. Start over.
I wouldn't even, at that point, that we would just call it experiment failed and we just eat lunch together. All right. The broccoli's not done.
See when we make the second episode.
The broccoli's not done. It is super hot, so you know, don't touch it with your bare hands like that because that hurts a lot. But we're gonna throw the potatoes right on here as soon as they come out in 15 seconds. Hey, hot potatoes. Can hear them sizzling.
Okay, yeah. Oh, ooh, that's nice.
Yeah. Ow. All right. So throw these right here on the pan, and then the trash is over here. Thanks, though. We're gonna do kind of a similar thing that we did with the pork and with these, and it's called seasoning. So throw in a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, again. The goal here now is so the inside of this is like steamed because of our great coverage of the paper towel that worked like a charm. And so we're just gonna do salt. I didn't do pepper yet. I'm gonna do fresh cracked on this one because it's much more cinematic. And then here's a little trick that I like to do. These are sweet potatoes. So there's gonna be like a sweet savory thing going on. This is eucalyptus honey, right? It's much more, you can use any honey you want, I don't know. I like eucalyptus honey for this sort of application because it's got an herbal, sort of almost like menthol-y thing to it. So we're just gonna throw some on these potatoes. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's gonna get all like burnt and crispy in the oven anyway. This is a mess. This is a huge mess. I'll clean it up later. So here, this is hot. I'm gonna just touch with my hands because this is what I've been doing. Ow. This is like halfway stage, right? It's not quite burnt. These aren't quite done. We're gonna throw these back in the oven. The oven's at 400. This is rolling around. It's hot in there. Let's just, I'm gonna turn it up to
That's always good.
425. We're just gonna crank it.
When in doubt.
Yeah, just turn it, again, everything's fine. Just burn it. Okay, the pan is hot. Again, don't put your hand in there. The oil is also very viscous now. You saw when I put it in, if Pete got the coverage that we needed, that it was just kind of like a thick blob of oil. Now we have this nice even coat
Yeah, if you go to the left, see a nice.
over the whole thing. Oh, this is really hot on my hands, Pete. We're gonna just grab our little tongies. You can use your hands, but I already washed mine. So I like to throw these in. Sizzle. It's not a hard sear because, again, I don't know how to use this little heating pad thing. But I throw them in, bone in the middle. And then we're done.
What?
Let's just tentatively say 3 minutes aside. You'll start to see, I don't know if you can catch this, you'll start to see like a gradation in color on the side of the meat. You don't want it to like cook all the way on one side. So, let it sit.
Why do you sear it?
What? I don't know. Do what you want to do. It's cooking. It's been 2 minutes.
How do you know?
It's like there's a clock like right here. You can set timers. Things aren't burning in here yet. We want it to burn. So I'm going to turn the broiler on high. You can smell the honey when you open that thing. You can smell the like mentholy goodness. It's like a Newport in your oven. I've seen things on the internet. You're joining me from the internet. You've seen things, haven't you? So I'm going to flip these. It's been 3 minutes. You're telling me, hey, look at that. That's not much of a sear, and I would agree. But the great thing about this, here, I'll just spin this around so that we can see it here in the camera. This is what I was talking about with that gradation of meat. It's probably too dark because the DP was like, let's make it super contrasty. So now we can't see what's in the plate. Can you see it? Is it important? It doesn't matter.
I can see it.
Okay, it's good.
Nick, why don't you adjust that a little bit there?
No lighting tweaks mid-show. What are you talking about? I should have addressed this before. These are French cut pork chops. I don't know what that means, but the bone sticks out.
A French cut pork chop is taken from the rib section of a pork loin.
Perfect.
But there you go.
No one's going to watch this. You know what? I'm just going to say, let's throw it in the oven. It's smoking. It's hot in here. You can't turn the fan on because then the audio would be even worse than it already is. You just take it. You don't flip it. The broiler's on fire, which that's what broilers do. This is really hot, so, don't touch it. Now we're just going to let it sit in there for 6 or 7 minutes. It's not done yet. You're probably thinking you should set a timer. You should. They're done. They're done. Hey, they're done. So, this is food. We're gonna let the pork chops rest. Just as it is really important to like rest the meat when it comes out of the fridge, you should just throw them right on your table when they come out of the pan because it's really good for the table. This is still like cooking.
You crust the flavor and the feeling.
Flavor crust. Flavor crust. We all like flavor crust. Oh my God.
Your skin is in a flavor town.
Don't bring up Guy Fieri on this show. I don't have blonde tips.
Don't you dare talk to
I don't
me
have blonde
about
tips. My shirt doesn't have flames on it. I don't want to talk about that guy. Like, sure, he cooks for firemen, and that's cool. But if I have to turn on the TV one more time and see one of his stupid shows, I'll watch it.
You like that show. You got a little crema.
I think you should have said it.
Oh, that was a good sound. There we go. Things are burnt. This is what we're looking for. And you're saying to yourself, God, he burnt the broccoli. And I told you that from the beginning. Well, we're done. This has been... Everything is fine. Oh, yeah, we should put... Yeah, you guys want to try it? All right, let's do some more decorative finishing. I like to keep my yogurt underneath the counter, at room temp. And you're like, yogurt? How the hell does that fit in? We're going to put it on the potatoes. Yogurt on potatoes. Sour cream is bad for you. Actually, I don't care. Eat whatever you want to eat. I just did this the other day by accident, and I'm like super stoked on the way it tastes. So let's pop these bad boys open. This is super hot. Oh my God. You can see the little steam eruption happening, and my fingers hurt. Ow. All right, I'm just gonna keep this prod, because why not? Spread it around.
Doesn't have to look pretty.
No, it's not gonna look pretty. So at this point, take the yogurt, the counter yogurt, and just dop it in there. Oh, there we go. Just throw some more. People love yogurt. No. I know what I'm doing here. I've done this before. Any of you people at home that are like, oh my God, yogurt on potatoes. Why are you watching this show? Here's the pièce de résistance. I don't speak French. Drizzle some olive oil on this stuff. It's good for you. And we're gonna throw some fresh pepper here. And then that's done. I should probably cut the meat. There you go, pork meat. Cook it all the way through, or don't. Just experiment with your pork. Just pork around a bit. Yeah, that's what it's for. And like I said, you eat your pork chop and you end up with this. Get the steam. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna save it for you guys. I'll do this the other way, the right way. Cutting meat. I think I overdid the pork chops. Nobody's gonna know. Internet food. That's good. Okay, this has been Everything is Fine, a cooking show. And we made pork chops, burnt broccoli, yogurt, potatoes. There's probably a better name for that. If you don't like yogurt, go fuck yourself.
Here's our title.
All right, let's cut. I don't care about this.